What's going on, Costco and Co Fitness fam? JV Costco here, and today is deadlift day, but I don't think you guys know exactly how excited I am, so let's go to the whiteboard. It's deadlift day. I still don't think you guys get how excited I am for deadlift day. It's deadlift day. But first, big boy gotta eat. I almost forgot to take my half natty pills.
Oh honey, though our friendship ceases from now on. Please don't talk about
I can already feel the gains. Now we just gotta wait for this food to digest. Oh, the couch feels so good. Guys, we have a problem. What's the problem, you ask? Well, I've fallen into a trap. It's the most common trap that most sumo pullers get into, and that is having your feet out way too wide. So, what are the cons of having your feet out too wide? My main issue is that it's harder for me to find balance when I take a very wide stance. Since your toes need to match the external rotation of your femurs, your toes will need to be in a more horizontal relative to the bar. This means that you have less back and forth stability. The second con is that because the ankles are outside the knee, there's a moment arm between the ankle and the knee. This moment arm will decrease the force transfer efficiency along the lower body, meaning less overall pounds on your deadlift. The third con is the mobility demand. As I said before, there's an increased demand in external rotation of the femurs when taking a wide stance. So if you don't have the requisite mobility, then your knees will drift forward, causing the bar to roll away from you, which is something you do not want to happen. So, what's the ideal stance for most individuals? Generally, it's where the knees are stacked on top of the ankles, which means that your shins will be perpendicular to the ground. Now, of course, there will be exceptions. Dmitry Nasunov, who deadlifted 400 kilos at the 82 kilo class, he's very wide. And on the other side of the exceptions, there's Deadlift Panda and Cone, both of whom have their ankles within their knees. Plus, if David Wilson, the deadlift genius himself, says that your stance might be a little too wide, you bet your ass I'm gonna narrow my stance a little bit. So this deadlift session, I'm going to place my feet where my ankles are right underneath my knees, creating that perpendicular angle with the ground. So here are videos of 4 of the best deadlifters in the world showcasing vertical shins on their pulls. We have Bryce Krawczyk from Calgary Barbell in this first video. Personally, the way his deadlift looks is my favorite out of all the lifters here, probably because it's most similar to mine. In the second video, we have David Wilson from Brazos Valley Barbell. You can see his toes are all the way out against the plates, but his shins are still perpendicular to the floor. And here we have Steffi Cohen, also known as one of the best deadlifters in the history of humankind. Then we have Mr. Deadlift himself, Krzysztof Wierzbicki. He just has the perfect proportions for deadlifting. You can see the bar is right around his upper kneecap when he locks out the weight. Alright, cool. So now that we found a solution to one of the biggest epidemics in the sumo deadlifting community, I'll meet you guys at the gym. Alright guys, this is going to be my first set of sumo deadlifts. I'm going to incorporate that new foot placement. Let's see how this goes. Alright guys, we're just gonna do some singles, doubles, or triples at 405. We're just gonna test this technique out. This new technique where the shins are perpendicular to the floor. 405 has become my tester weight, which is very exciting. It used to be 315 and it jumped up a whole 90 pounds. And I'm beyond excited about that. Let's go do this. Alright guys, so 405 might be a little bit too light to see if there's real difference in the techniques that I'm trying to do. So we're gonna go up to 455 and see how this technique will handle that. We got some deadlift battle scars here, rips and calluses. Also, my shins are getting bloodied up by that Ohio power bar knurling, which is great. The cost of deadlifting. All right, my dudes, one more single, that'd be good. Overall, this technique is actually feeling really nice. It's a little harder off the floor just because there's just a tiny bit more range of motion from narrowing my stance. But other than that, the lockout feels great. I have like very little to no balance issues at the top, even with 455. So I think I'll incorporate this new technique into my normal technique. We'll switch that up. One last single just because I love deadlift so much. Alright, now we're done. Alright family, so it's the next day. What do I think about this new sumo pull? Honestly, I love it. Not only do I not have bounce issues at lockout anymore, but it just also feels much smoother throughout the whole lift. My only complaint is that it's just a tiny bit slower and harder off the floor, but that's an adjustment I'm willing to make to put pounds on my total. That's pretty much it for this video, guys. Comment down below if this video helped you learn something new about the sumo deadlift. So like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.